Maybe you are new to the child-free life and are still questioning your decision, or maybe you made it a while back, but other people's judgments and criticisms can still bring you down. Today, I'm going to share with you 4 solid reasons why you should set aside other people's opinions and be 100% confident with your choice. I'm also going to give you one very useful tip that has helped me feel as confident as I do today. Hi friends, welcome to the Child Free Connection and welcome back to all you lovely people that are hanging out with us every week. I'm Veronica, my partner Rick and I are in our 40s. We live a child-free life here in Austin, Texas and create child-free content together. Rick works the production end of things, but he has the same amount of passion as me on this topic and is very involved in our channel. We've been also having some fun over on Instagram, so be sure to follow us there. And feel free to send us a DM to introduce yourself. We love getting to know you better. This channel is for inspiration, support, celebration, and education of living child-free. So if that sounds like a community that you want to be a part of, please take a moment to like this video, click the subscribe button, and hit the bell so that you get notified each time we release new content. Before we started the Child Free Connection, even I was not really talking openly about my feelings on this subject. When I was younger and people would make rude or insensitive comments about my child-free choice, my tendency was just to ignore them and move on. I did have some discussion on child-free life with a few child-free people I knew because I just felt comfortable with them, and I also knew that I can share my frustrations because for the most part, we were having similar experiences. However, it did take some time for me to feel confident about my child-free life. Now, this is different from doubting my choice. I didn't doubt it. I just didn't feel a sense of pride in speaking about it publicly. I'm 45 now, and as you can tell, I can't stop talking about it. However, many of you have sent us messages that you try to avoid the subject altogether, or it makes you anxious when you think someone is going to question you about your choice, or you're not quite ready to speak about it, even though in your heart you feel like you've made the right decision. So why is it that we feel ashamed or embarrassed or uncomfortable? Why aren't all child-free people shouting their decision from every rooftop? Why is pride not necessarily associated with this choice? There are many reasons for this, but one that obviously stands out is because there is still a very powerful baseline assumption that the pinnacle of a person's fulfillment is to have children. This value narrative has been so deeply sewn into the foundation of most cultures that it acts as a barrier for pride. So today we are going to shoo all that away and focus on why you should feel confident in your choice. Number 1 is you have the luxury to explore your passion and purpose. Now, I've said this before, but I do want to note it here as well. Just because you have opted out of kids does not mean that now you are obligated to replace that decision with some other grandiose thing. There is zero need to put that sort of pressure on yourself. What I'm referring to here is that you have the time to identify, acknowledge, and honor your purpose. You can explore hobbies and passions. You may be guided towards helping others. You have time to clarify your vision of what you want your life to look like, what experiences you want to have, what career you want to pursue. And once you make any of these decisions, you can freely act on them at your own pace. It's a luxury to be able to do all this, so make sure you take the time to appreciate it. Number 2, you have the power to create your own happiness. Maybe choosing to be child-free came easy for you because you knew it at an early age, but I do know that for many of you, the decision-making process was a complicated journey. Remember that you made the choice to opt out of parenthood because you knew or figured out that for you, having kids was not a recipe for joy and fulfillment. Choosing whether or not to have a kid takes quite a bit of introspection. You need to understand yourself and and understand what fulfills you. The great news here is that since you have already proven that you have the power to create your own happiness by making the decision to be child-free, this only means that you also have the power to create your own happiness when it comes to any other aspect of your life. So you should feel proud and empowered in knowing this. Before I move on to number 3, please know that your support and your encouragement is what keeps this whole thing going. So we thank you so much for your messages and your kind words. Please also know that we're hard at work developing some goodies for you, which we're not ready to talk about yet, but of course we will be filling you in as things develop. To get the scoop first, please sign up for the Child Free Connection Now alerts on our website. Number 3, you can still have meaningful connections with children if you choose to. I love this one because I love kids, and being an aunt is one of my absolute favorite things. Children can be absolutely impacted by the love and care of child-free people. So many of you have shared such beautiful stories with us about your involvement with children. Some of you are teachers, nurses, doctors, social workers, coaches, therapists, volunteers, and are doing work that Rick and I admire so much. If having meaningful connections with children is important to you, you can absolutely find beautiful ways to be involved in their lives. Number 4, you have opened the doorway to trusting yourself. I talk about this quite a bit because trusting yourself is such a crucial piece of the pie. Self-trust builds self-confidence. It allows others to trust in you. It also makes future life-altering decisions more manageable. We have a tendency to second-guess ourselves and not listen to our gut, but once you have made the decision to be child-free, whether you're aware of it or not, it means that you are listening to your gut and that you trust your own judgment. You have proven to yourself that you have a deep sense of what is right and wrong for you. So please take the time to feel pride in that and honor yourself for having that trust. Okay, now that we have explored the 4 reasons why you should feel confident about your decision, I'm gonna share a tip that is guaranteed to boost your confidence even further. The tip is to talk about it. I do realize that some of you are not ready to talk about your child-free choice publicly or really to anyone. You may feel cornered, you don't know how to answer certain comments or questions, and you certainly don't want to feel judged by the people that you know. Here's the thing though, and you can certainly do this at your own pace, but starting to talk about it will slowly but surely clear out any shame. Your feelings are valid and no less important than anyone else's opinions. Holding things in when people speak negatively about your choice only hurts you because you end up feeling less than or bad about yourself. It also takes away control. I urge you to try or to practice speaking publicly about being child-free. And for those of you who are already doing so, I encourage you to keep talking. Okay, that is all for now. So if you enjoyed hanging out with us today, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get notified next time we release new content. We thank you, we appreciate you, and we're excited to see you next week.